What's up, guys? My name is REMDELAREM, and you are watching the Come Up Season 3 after show. And we have a special guest, Spanky, here. You know,
guys.
And before we continue, make sure you subscribe and like the video and share it. You know, so all your friends can watch too, because this season is gonna be fucking crazy. Spanky, how are you?
Hold up.
Yeah, we gotta loosen up a little bit.
But I'm good for today. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world today, in New York City and stuff.
Yeah, we got hand sanitizer on deck. You know, I've been washing my hands very thoroughly. I sing the chorus to the thong song for the 20 seconds when I wash my hands. You know, Cisco's
Somebody told me happy birthday. Sing happy birthday.
Okay, that's an easy one. That's an easy one to remember. All right, so let's just jump right into it. This is the first episode, and this is your third time back. Third time's a charm, you know. And you had a little cameo in the Atlanta one.
Right.
Right, because you had a little...
I had a little boo thing. But yeah, that's old news.
You know, because she's booked and busy, right? Always on
Booked
Gemini
and
Films.
unbothered.
But yes, right. So, I mean, a lot happened. This was an hour-long episode.
Yeah.
So a lot happened.
I was like, what the fuck? Why is it so long?
And you know, you had some of the highlights. Let's say, you know, let's start with the first thing when you met up with your friend. Explain your relationship with this person.
So I met up with my friend Travis. I know him, Travis Dimitri to be exact. I met him through Instagram, and then we met up like in person. Like before that scene, we met up like before that. Like we was cool. We grew with our friendship. And then like we just met up, talked about like what I had going on, what he had going on, and then like I just filled them in on what was the tea that I heard and stuff, and that was just that.
And about the friends that are, you know, supporting or not supporting the hat business.
I don't know why I did this, but like when I first came out with my collection, a lot of my friends did support me. Even my family did. They didn't even have to. Like my mother, my sisters, my brother. Like they didn't even have to do that, and they did it. Like they bought their hats. They supported me. I'm just like, all right, wow. I wasn't expecting none of that. Like I'm just like this little old boy from Brooklyn that live in the projects, that's selling his little merch or whatever he got going on, and then like you know people was just like you know.
Right, because you know, family, you could have just been like, "Here's a hat, I want you to wear it," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, but they supported.
Really bought it. Like I'm just like, oh okay.
Right, no, because I believe it or not, I actually had my own hat line back when I was like 19 or whatever. So I know it's a kind of it's a process to kind of get yourself out there and get yourself rolling and stuff. So I just want to talk about the hats real quick, because you know,
I actually brought them with me because I heard people say my hats are really dingy. So
it looked pretty crisp.
I wanted you to be the judge. Real
Yes, okay, and it's pink, my favorite color.
say, you know the vibe. I want you to be the judge. This is for my first collection. And say, this is a whole lot of something. Oh, show the camera, you know.
All right,
so they can see the vibes.
You know the vibes, and a whole lot of.
Period. And then the one that I have on today, which is Shitting Me.
Shitting Me.
Because the girls is playing a game.
Okay, cute.
And they definitely not from no fucking 99-cent store, but I don't know what that.
Absolutely not.
Well, the girls tried to me. It's alright though, because it's alright. Because I know what I bring to the table, and I don't know what these bitches bring to the table. And then, still to this day, I still don't know.
Still don't know. Well, we're not there yet. I just want to talk about the hats a little bit more.
We in a whole new year.
Right, whole brand new year.
And
2020.
this happened in fall.
Even though 2020's been awful, the worst year since ever. I don't know.
A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah. So what made you want to start doing hats?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I look better with hats on. I don't know because I got a big forehead. And it's just like it's getting like let me just put on.
So bad bitches got big foreheads.
Yeah,
got
so
a big,
it is what it is. Like you know, but I just like. I go to stores and I don't really like what they be having, so I feel like why not just make my own?
That's
and
the same.
Just wear my own brand and just branch off and see who likes it and who want to buy it.
Right. It's about being able to market yourself and make some money based off of your character, your personality. I just have a few questions also, just not just about your scene, but just like how do you feel about the new cast this season compared to like other casts? Like,
I feel like we just only got like 2 new people. Mitch, he's pretty cool. I don't have an issue with him.
As of episode 1. Right?
Yeah, as of yet. I mean, I know Up Mitch, like he's
right.
But Justin, he's really like real staticky.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Is there people that you wish like return, like, because there's some people who aren't back, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like so.
I don't know who did.
Yeah. See, no, we don't know who didn't come back, right? Nobody. Nobody.
I ain't gonna say nobody. I'm like cool with Raekwon. Me and Raekwon, we hash out little things. We're cool. We're cordial. We speak through social media, but like, you know, who else is on the season? I don't know. I don't think they revealed the full cast yet. Like, there's like a few people. Like, I know Jason's new. Oh, that's the whole cast.
Okay, that's the full cast. All right, everybody was introduced then. All right, cool. So, okay, I have a question also about, like, do you think like some of the new, like the two new people, right? Do you feel like they sort of like kind of amped it up, or just like took it a little, were a little extra to really kind of like cement themselves in the show and really try and like compete and be like, oh, you know, like when, I guess, like, Love and Hip Hop, like, Cardi B came on the scene and, like, you know, she kind of took over. Or, like, you know, every time there's a new cast from Love and Hip Hop at Atlanta, they try and be, like, the new Jocelyn, right? Do you think new people are trying to make themselves, like, oh, look, I'm the star. This is my show now?
I feel like Justin was.
Justin, you think that's...
Because I feel like he go to 0 to 100, like quick, like, as you can tell. So, that bitch went from... Hey, nice to meet you, little bitch. What the fuck you saying? And I'm just like...
Right, and you're not... I mean, I don't know. You seem like a very calm, collected person. You don't, you know, maybe a little drama. Who doesn't like a little drama? But you're not like a staticky, like... I'm sure, you know, if you had to, you know, throw hands.
I don't want to throw hands. No. That's not me. Like, I don't feel like I have to. I feel like, what's the point? But I feel like when it comes to me, everybody be like, Spanky, I want you to speak out. Spanky, I want you to do that. And when I do, it's like, Spanky not like that. Spanky this, Spanky that, Spanky this. And I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck do y'all want me to do?
Right, because it's like you do one thing, then they're like, oh, why you like this? And then you're like, you do another thing, and it's like...
It's like, what y'all want me to do?
Right,
like, I don't understand. I can't win. So it's just like, I don't know.
Okay, so from the season, from what I'm seeing, sort of like you're like the Thanos of the season so far. So you're like gay Thanos. You're like like gay Thanos right now. Like, because when O'Neal and Chance and
the other boy,
the MC.
The other boy.
Yeah. Okay, so the other boy. Yes, the other boy. Sorry, the wine. I forget people's names a lot. My bad. The other boy. When they all linked up, it just sort of was like, you know, O'Neal was actually being kind of nice.
Yeah, I think O'Neal for, you know, because that's my bitch.
Right. You know, and you know, he was like, the hats are cute, can't lie. Like, you know,
he did buy a hat.
It just felt like there was just like, it was like the anti.
Well, I actually got some notes, and I just want to piggyback.
Go with some notes.
What the girls were saying and stuff.
Montel, sorry, Montel.
Yeah. So let me just clarify the timestamps of what Montel and Chance was saying, which was like, so whenever I was cool with Montel, I wasn't cool with Chance, which happened in season 2, which was like a year or 2 ago. I can't remember. I don't know. And those times when I wasn't cool with Montel, those are times where me and Chance had beef or whatever we had going on. And the times where I wasn't cool with Montel, me and Montel started being cool when the season was over.
Right. So it was no overlap.
It was never an overlap. They made it seem like I was cool with both of them.
And then
and that was never the case, I promise you.
Okay, because that's sort of how it made it.
That's what they made it seem like. That was never the case.
Yes, that's how it came off. And I was like, okay, you know, I can understand why these people would be upset.
Exactly. And that was never, I promise you that was never the case.
Okay, well, we're going to take your word for it. Today, of course, you know, and then, so now, as far as like right now, I know how the episodes look. Y'all not cool as far as the episode goes. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, where's things stand with either of them? I know you're cool with O'Neal. Mm-hmm. Chance. Just it's neutral. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's neutral. It's like
neutral.
High and by. Like,
right. Like you can say
we don't kiki.
Right,
like,
but there's no shade.
If I see you, hey.
Right. And Montel. No.
I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Good. All right. So now let's get to the thing I really wanted to talk about, because it was it was a highlight of the episode for me. It's really what I kind of like audibly screamed at. It's at the what was the event called?
Share Fair, I guess.
Yeah.
You were supposed to bring or showcase what you had going on, or what was your come up, or whatever the case was. And I got there and I was just like, oh.
Immediately attacked. Immediately. Oh, rip. You didn't even say 2 words.
All I said was, hey, sorry for being late.
And, and you said, you already know. Like, but
No.
it could have, okay.
You have to listen closely to what to just, no, I swear to God. Y'all have to go back and watch the episode and listen to what Justin said, y'all.
So what I saw and what I heard after running it back 3 or 4 times was, it's like, oh, what's your name? Spanky.
He said Spanky, right?
And he said,
He said my,
So then you said, oh, you already know. Like, you already knew.
you already know.
Right. And it really didn't seem like catty. And even if it was catty, like, pay it. You can just pay it. Like,
He prejudged me from before he met me, as you can see.
Right, because
episodes. No, scenes
early,
before.
yes, that's right. I totally.
I looked at my notes.
You're right. Yes, you're right. Because when they were talking, he already like had some sort of
I already
preconceived.
watched last season. I already know what Spanky give. He's messy. He throw whatever he said to Chance Child. He already prejudged me, so I'm like, all right, bitch. Well, right now as I watch the episode, but. Then
right.
I never met him a day in my life. I don't know who this boy is. I'm walking in with open arms, like, hey, what's up? What's going on, y'all?
It was like, oh, hey, what's your name? Oh, Spanky, right? And then you're like, oh, you already know.
Exactly.
And like, even if, again, like to me, okay, I used to be similar, right? I used to be like, oh, what was that? But as a grown up, right? This isn't Bad Boys Club, right? This is the come up, right?
Exactly.
This is the come up. This isn't Bad Boys Club. It's not necessary. You know, sometimes, listen, you gotta get a little staticky. You gotta let people know I don't take disrespect. I don't think what you did warranted that response.
All I said was you already know.
Right.
If somebody said that to me, I would like.
And then
I would have reacted the same way, but not the way that he reacted. Like, oh, like, what you said? Like, what?
Right,
he was real, like, staticky, like he wanted to tear it with the kid. I'm like, what?
No, because, again, this is the come up. This is about everybody showcasing their, you know, their hustle, their grind, their grown man stuff. This is, like, about, you know, again, a step away from Bad Boys Club behavior, right? So, you know, hopefully, I don't know, it was left on a cliffhanger. I don't know what happens. I'm assuming we were all adults enough to not throw chairs. And I don't know what happens. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's not the only altercation that you have. I mean, don't spoil anything. But, you know, where do you two
stand right now?
Right. Because I'm sure there's ups and downs throughout the whole. Because we saw previews too, you know, that's just.
We never talked about that situation. But we're like cordial right now.
Right. Because as adults do, you know, everybody loves mess, but at the end of the day, you know, again, this is the come up.
Yeah,
this is about moving on, being adults. And because we get arrested now, we're not teenagers anymore. We can't just beat people up and then walk away.
Like when I see him, it's like hi and bye. It's not very much. Hey, how you doing? Like, what's up? What you got? No, it's just hey.
Right. You just cordial, like, hey, what's up? Acknowledge.
I'm gonna problem with him. He seemed cool. Like he just go to 0 to 100 like really fast.
Yeah, and like I said, do you think that's because of just this wanting to like assert this? Like, I'm a new character. I gotta get people, or the fans, the viewers. So like, you know,
because he did it multiple times. So I think this is him. Period.
Oh, just yeah. Okay.
I think this is him. Period.
Yeah. All right.
But I got something I want to address.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a scene where Chance, Montel, and O'Neal, and Montel told Chance. Oh my God, bitch. Montel told Chance that I said Chance is not on my level.
Right.
That don't even make sense. Like, I feel like that was a whole lot. I don't feel like that is a whole lot, actually. That
is a lie. It's flat out. You never said that.
I never said that.
Right. Because that's not something that you...
Like, what?
That's not even, like, in your character to be like...
Well, like, what?
Right.
That don't make sense. So I feel like Martell was just lying on me to drag something out, to make something bigger than what it is.
To get people on their side.
To make people go against me. So you friends with bitches that wanted to fuck you up, and now you friends with them.
Right.
At this point, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And yeah, it is what it is at this point. And then Chance talking about my house is dingy. Girl, what you have going on now? I heard you an artist. I still haven't heard a song.
Thought we were neutral.
And I'm being so dead ass right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, I ain't a song yet.
Let's move on from the mess and pivot a little bit back to the hats and how it goes with the rest of the cast. So O'Neal is starting sunglasses, right? And
I bought one.
Right, and you both have brands. Is there any chance that maybe you two would collab like on a hat, or like you could design a pair of sunglasses, or come up with something, or like a colorway that's like a spanky, collab? Do you see that? Because I think that's super important for, two up and coming people who have brands. I think that could be an opportunity, especially if you're on the same show. Like, would you see yourself doing something like that?
Maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah, like something O'Neal says, like on a hat, like that. I think that could be a good way to cross. Yeah, So I want to know, how do you see the cast of the Come Up Atlanta? What's the difference between the Come Up Atlanta and the Come Up New York City? Like, what?
You trying to make me shady?
No, I'm not.
Cause the Atlanta cast, now how you like?
They're not giving it like the New York cast.
Nah, I like them personally. I don't like. I like who's on this? I like Rock. That's my little. I like Quay.
I love Quay. By the way, Quay, I love you. I feel like I will say some of the most iconic moments from the Come Up has almost all been the Come Up New York.
Right.
From just what's happened during the show and then the reunions.
I feel like because we so ghetto and ratchet. Like, we just like, because they just want to fight and bring all this rah, rah, rah to the da, da, da. It was a thing where Chance said a lot of stuff, to be honest.
Chance had a lot to say this episode. And I like Chance. I think Chance is a funny. He's funny. He has a lot of career. He brings a lot to the show. I feel. I don't want anyone to think that I'm team anyone. Obviously, I like all of you. I do. I genuinely do. But there was a lot of juice this first episode.
It was. It was
a good setup.
It started off real mellow. And I feel like when it got to my scene, it gave drama. Then it started mellow again, then drama.
Yeah, everything that had to do with you was high energy, because sometimes people will bring their friends on the show and they'll have conversations, but their friend is sometimes a little dry. And it's just like, all right, well, but your friend,
Travis.
Yes, it was like, I was like, oh, this is fun. So you gave life to the first episode. I will say that. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we covered most of what happened in the episode that pertains to you. Is there anything that you want to say about anything that happened that you weren't involved in? Because I wanted to focus, because I have you here now today. But is there anything that happened that you liked, or anybody's storyline that you're excited to see? Because you're seeing a lot of people's stuff for the first time, right?
I like when the show first comes out and it's just real, who are these people? What are they bringing to the table now? We just seen last thing. I feel like the first episode was real mellow. It was calm. It wasn't real dramatic. We just throwing everything at you.
Right. It was a good build up. It was it laid a good foundation.
A real build up, but a particular name was brought up multiple times. But it was cool. Shout out to O'Neal. Thank you for saying you bought my hat and supporting me and stuff.
Yeah, and O'Neal is a real OG in the Gemini Films family. Been around since Bad Boys Club 3, I think. Is that
4? I think. I don't know.
Oh, 4. Yeah, the New York one. Yeah, That's the thing about these shows, right? Because you can film it and it all, and, you know, and then like you squash it or whatever, and then you see shit that's said after the fact, and it makes you upset all over again. Where it's like, okay, well, I didn't know you said this.
That's how I saw this episode when I saw a chance. I was just like, excuse me?
No, and then the confessionals too, because then you're like, oh, I didn't see the shit that you said in the confessionals. Right. It brings shit up again, so I understand. To be continued. So episode 2, looking forward to that. Thank you. I think, is there anything else you...
Stay tuned for the Spanky More collection coming out probably like in May. Yeah, coming out with some new hats, coming out with some logo shirts that's coming out really soon. Stay tuned for that.
Perfect hats to wear during this whole quarantine. Order online, you know.
Right, follow me on Instagram at SpankyM_. And I also do YouTube. Don't forget about that. I'm a YouTuber, Spanky Morris, and that's just that on that.
Yes, and again, REMDELAREM here. The Come Up Season 3 after show. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is great. This is fun. And make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's REMDELAREM. I have a monopoly on the name, so just follow me on everywhere. But yeah, thank you. This is great. See you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.